Hello everyone, Rambles here, and welcome to World of Warcraft Classic Era Anniversary, otherwise affectionately known as the TBC Waiting Room. Thank you guys for clicking on the video and joining me here in Azeroth today. I really do appreciate it, and I hope everybody is doing well. This week, Blizzard decided to, well, the week that I'm recording this at least, Blizzard decided to put the unrelenting rallying cry of the Dragonslayer into the game. This is a permanent version of the rallying cry of the Dragonslayer. 10% crit for spells, 5% crit for melee attacks, and 140 attack power. This is a really significant buff. I think it's more significant for melee than it is for ranged. And it's only going on for 1 week. So I am taking this as an opportunity to get back into the TBC waiting room, play some warrior, the best class, and fully take advantage of this buff. We've also been playing a lot of self-found hardcore on the channel, which will definitely continue. But the self-found stuff really leaves a desire in me to run the auction house and to be able to use the auction house to interact with the economy. Have a good one. And all that stuff. So I'm really looking forward to getting into this playthrough, getting back into some regular classic anniversary, and getting to interact with all the parts of the economy, sell the valuable things we get. Imagine getting a valuable item, knowing it's valuable, and then actually being able to go sell it. Some of the stuff I'm looking forward to. It's obviously always good to play a warrior, although for me it's basically impossible to successfully play a warrior in hardcore. So yeah, here we are. Should be a good time. I've been itching to get back into some regular anniversary, and this buff just seems to come out at the right time, so here we go. We are going after Kobold Vermin. First, we're going to get some tough wolf meat. Let me check the volume settings. Let me know, guys, with this being an episode 1, I like to keep the music and ambience up. Let me know if anything needs to be adjusted for your auditory pleasure. It might sound weird, but I don't know if I've ever really put a lot of time into a male human warrior. We played a lot of pallies. I don't know how many male human warriors I've played, not many. Obviously, they have some top-notch attack animations. We're already getting invited to guilds. I will decline for now. So, especially early on, but basically constantly, we're going to smash stuff. With this buff, this is a huge buff for melee, and we're just going to smash stuff. This buff is in regular, and it's also in hardcore. Thought it was kind of weird for it to also be put into hardcore, but you can turn it off. If you go to the inn, you can turn it off. And yeah, this is going from the week of November 17th until November 24. So depending on when you are viewing this, this buff might not be in the game. It's not a very long buff. Some people speculate that they're trying to, you know, get people back into classic era, get them interested before they start talking about TBC release or anything like that. I honestly, this is a cool, like, half maneuver. I'd like to see this either A, it could last a little longer, or, you know, they could do a Joyous Journeys buff. Sometimes people don't like that. Sometimes people don't like Joyous Journeys buffs in their classic era. But maybe they will do that. Maybe they'll time a Joyous Journey buff with the pre-patch or leading up to the pre-patch. It's nice to see them doing anything with Classic. Because I really do feel like, especially with all the Midnight stuff going on, obviously being their focus, I feel like Classic has kind of been forgotten about. Ever since Season of Discovery went away, it's felt like there's been a big vacuum around Classic era. For professions, I'm kind of thinking about doing enchanting, so that we can enchant our own weapons and our own armor and stuff. I feel like for a warrior, enchanting is pretty strong. Especially, you know, that way you don't have to find someone to enchant your stuff. You can just do your own enchants on the fly. I like to be able to do things like fiery weapon. And also, I feel like, you know, a lot of times we try to do a certain profession, right? We say like, oh, we're going to do blacksmithing. We're going to do blacksmithing because we're a warrior. Blacksmithing makes sense. We'll make our own armor, stuff like that. But do we ever really do that stuff? I think it's like uncommon that we actually craft for ourselves a decent piece of gear that's an upgrade. I think it's like, for me it is. Maybe other people focus on it more, but for me it's hard to keep blacksmithing up to a point where we can make gear that's actually good for us. If we go enchanting, then maybe at least we'll be able to enchant our weapons, you know? And oftentimes, I walk around without enchants. And on a warrior, anybody like with a melee weapon, you're missing out on a lot of potential attack power by doing it that way. Let's equip some of this junk that we are picking up. Bracers, boots, the robes. Sure, why not? So obviously with this not being self-found, with this not being hardcore, I have other characters on this server. I have other characters with some items. They have some items, they have some bags, they have some gold. And so, you know, we'll start off here a little while trying to find our own stuff and make our own way. But eventually, I probably will send us some bags. I might even have, I know I have a blue two-handed sword for level 18, and then I have a polearm for level 20. So I have some loot floating around from various characters that we've saved that this character could definitely use. Alright, we did hit level 2. I think we need to go learn Battle Shout.
Need help? For the Alliance, light bless you. Go with honor, friend.
Our inventory is full.
Hello. Safe travel.
Let's grab Deputy Willem's quest, Brotherhood of Thieves. Recently, a new group of thieves has been hanging around Northshire. They call themselves the Defias Brotherhood, and have been seen across the river to the east. I don't know what they're up to, but I'm sure it's not good. Bring me the bandanas they wear, and I'll reward you with a weapon. Could definitely use a weapon. Want to get into some two-handers.
See you around.
I don't think we have anything trained yet, though, do we? We have two-handed swords maybe trained? We don't have any two-handed weapons trained, as a matter of fact. Interesting. Interesting. It's the paladin, I guess, that starts with the two-handed weapons. A simple letter is telling us to go talk to
For the Alliance.
our class trainer
Be careful.
and investigate Echo Ridge. My scouts tell me that the kobold infestation is larger than we had thought. A group of kobold workers has camped near the Echo Ridge mine to the north. Go to the mine and remove them. We know there are at least 10.
Go with honor, friend.
Oh, there's more than 10, buddy.
What can I do for you? Have a good one. For the Alliance. Can I help
Yeah, alright, let's grab Battle Shout. I think we're just going to see a ton of warriors because, like I said, this buff really is better for melee than it is for ranged, in my opinion. I think there's a different buff. Maybe it's the Zandalari buff that I feel like is better for a caster. Maybe they should have kind of tailored it depending on whether or not you're a melee or caster. Alright, we are level 4. Let's head back so we can learn Charge. Ooh, we picked up some kind of chest piece. Flimsy chain vest, definitely better than the robe that we had on.
Need help? Light bless you. What can I do for you? For the Alliance.
Your previous investigations are proof that the Echo Ridge mine needs purging. Return to the mine and help clear it of kobolds. Waste no time. The longer the kobolds are left unmolested in the mine, the deeper a foothold they gain in Northshire.
Go with honor, friend.
I think I will read some of the quests as we go, at least the ones that are like main quest or like more interesting. It's been a while since we've read the quest.
You need something?
And I would definitely like to take a character into TBC reading those quests. We got Charge and Rend. Oh, very nice. Let's go after the laborers first. Then we'll cross the river and we'll start working on the Defias. Let's go ahead and equip that flimsy chain belt. Maybe we can complete the whole flimsy chain set. I don't know if it's necessarily because of the buff, but there do seem to be a lot of people leveling today.
I buy and trade. Be careful. Well met. Light bless you.
Once again, you have earned my respect and the gratitude of the Stormwind army. There may yet be kobolds in the mine, but I will marshal others against them. We have further tasks for you. Let's take the boots.
For the Alliance, be careful.
And we have to report to Goldshire. You are a warrior with proven interest in the security of Northshire. You are now tasked with the protection of the surrounding Elwyn Forest. If you accept this duty, then I have prepared papers that must be delivered to Marshal Dugan in Goldshire. Goldshire lies along the southern road past the border gates.
Light bless you.
Alright, so now we are going after the Defias. 12 burlap bandanas. Now, if we're lucky, this is where we'll start getting some bags. If we're lucky. I wonder if that shield's better than what we have. Of course it is. Let's equip that. Let's equip the boots that we picked up. So that's all the items we need, but I'm gonna fight here until either our bags are full or we get a bag. We found a pitted Defias short sword. How is that compared to what we have? It's slightly better than what we have. So we will go ahead and equip it. Looks more like a long dagger than it does a sword, to be honest. Alright, well, that is all of our inventory slots full. And we did hit level 6. No bags. So let's head back to town.
What can I do for you? See you later. How are you? Have a good one.
Oh, here we go. We could take a sword, but we can start leveling up one-handed maces. That might be a good idea. Let's do the one-handed mace.
See you later. Have a good one.
You've shown yourself a dependable warrior, Rambles. Dependable and not afraid to get your hands dirty, huh? I have a friend, Millie Osworth, who's in some trouble. She's over there with her wagon on the other side of the abbey near the stable. I'm sure she could use a pair of hands like yours.
See you around.
And bounty on Garrick Padfoot. Garrick Padfoot, a cutthroat who's plagued our farmers and merchants for weeks, was seen at a shack near the Vineyards, which lies east of the abbey. Bring me the villain's head and earn his bounty, but be wary. Garrick has gathered a gang of thugs around him. He will not be an easy man to reach.
Safe travels. How are you?
Let's go ahead and we will equip the mace, and then we'll sell the other weapons.
See you later.
And we do need to go train level 6. Thunderclap and the ability to parry. We won't be using a lot of Thunderclap early on, but being able to parry is nice.
Hello. See you later.
A gang of brigands, the Defias, moved into the Northshire vineyards while I was harvesting. I reported it to the guards, and they assured me they'd take care of things, but I'm afraid for my crops of grapes. If the Defias don't steal them, I fear our guards will trample them when they chase away the thugs.
Have a good one.
Alright, we're gonna go collect some grapes, and we're gonna go after Garrick. It's going to take us a second before we actually start to hit with this mace. We can spam rend every time you tap rend. If you have the rage for it, that'll give you a weapon skill up. Well, not every time, but you know, it's like an extra chance, an extra swing to get a skill up. If you just kind of spam it. It's really exciting to see so many people playing. I guess this buff really did bring people back. I haven't been on the regular anniversary realms in a while, so I don't know what the normal population is. But this seems like a lot of people. Oh, that was good. It's also kind of one of the other unfortunate things about hardcore is that even when there's a ton of people playing hardcore, because of the nature of it, you see less and less people as you level up, right? And so there's like lots of low-level people, and there's probably lots of people who've dinged 60 who were on those 60 characters. But then as you level basically past level 15 into the 40s and 50s, it's like you just see less and less people in the world. And there becomes less and less people to group with for stuff. Alright, well we've got all of the grapes. I'm kind of tempted to do the same thing we did last time we were here, which is to fight these guys until either I fill my inventory up or they give me a bag. And with our kill rate right now, it's kind of through the roof, makes grinding very nice. Keep in mind, like, this is kind of a leveling buff, because most of your XP in Classic Era comes from kills. So anything that makes you kill faster, especially something so significant as the Dragonslayer buff, that's going to be a leveling buff. It's going to be a leveling speed increase. Especially for us. I feel like the warrior, and maybe even like a rogue, pally, anything melee is going to take full advantage of this. Let's go over and see if we can get Garrick. It looks like somebody might have just killed him. Yes. Yep. He should be back any minute. Wow, everybody out here is dead. It's crazy how fast the players are clearing these guys out. Maybe I should just go wait for him, because at this rate somebody else is going to swoop in here and tag him. Alright, the body's gone. That's usually a sign that respawn is imminent. I'm kind of surprised like the name guys are not respawning faster than that, but here he is. He's kind of got a really cool outfit on, doesn't he? There we go. Garrick's bloody head. Right into the bags. Aha. There are the flimsy chain pants. I knew we would start getting the whole set together. Looking good. We've already got the belt. I think we just need the gloves. We got the... Oh, we have the outfitter boots. The outfitter boots are better than the flimsy boots. We picked up the flimsy boots. But we don't need them. We're just looking for the gloves. Oh, look at that. Small black pouch. I know, in hardcore they're supposedly cursed, but this is not hardcore, and I'm just happy to find a bag. Like I said, I have resources on this server. I could send us bags, and we probably will eventually. I just like to have kind of a natural start, at least. I think my first weapon I have for us is waiting for level 18, so between now and then we'll probably have more of an organic start. If we really start having inventory problems, then maybe I'll send the bags over early. But so far so good.
Good day to you. Safe travels.
Now that my crop is saved, take this grape manifest to Brother Niels. He manages the store of food and drink in Northshire, and I'm sure he'll be delighted to hear that he has fresh grapes. You'll find Brother Niels in the Abbey in the Bell Tower, where he likes to taste his wine.
See you around.
Hey there. See you around.
I don't know if we really need any of this stuff. We're gonna take the cloak. We're gonna get a cloak. Let's take the tunic. We might just sell it.
Have a good one.
Let's see. Yeah, it's not better than what we have. Let's go ahead and vendor all this stuff.
You need something? Safe travel.
And I think we also still have level 6 skills to learn, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think we ever did that.
Hey there.
I guess we did. What do I know?
Hello. Have a good one. See you later.
Oh, we actually picked up a belt upgrade from that one. Very nice. So with that done, I guess we're off to Goldshire. We're not quite level 7 yet. But I still feel like we're ahead of the leveling curve a bit. We're going to fight a little bit on the way to Goldshire and maybe ding level 7. I feel like especially if you're doing melee with this infinite Dragonslayer buff, it's really important to grind. The approach I've been taking recently in all of my classic playthroughs, regular and hardcore, is I just kind of fight anything in my way if it's worth XP. Like I'll go off-road, and if you're worth XP and you're between me and where I'm going, I'm going to fight. I'm not going to avoid fights, and I feel like by doing that you get quite a bit more experience. Every adventurer should rest when exhaustion sets in, and there's no finer place to get rest and relaxation than at the Lion's Pride Inn. My best friend, Innkeeper Farley, runs the Lion's Pride. If you tell him I sent you, he may give you the special discounted rates on food and drink.
See you around.
Yes, the same discounted rates that he gives all adventurers. It would be cool if as you quest out of a hub, maybe something for Classic Plus, as you quest out of a hub, like the vendor prices coming down. And then also, I really like what they did in TBC, where they had the vendors in the Ghostlands, and they probably had one equivalent for the Draenei, like a rep vendor for each hub, that as you do quest out of the hub, more stuff becomes available from the vendor, so you can work up to get some decent greens, you know? I think that was really cool. And yes, this may be a playthrough where I spitball some of my Classic Plus ideas as we go. Since, you know, Classic Plus will be a thing. We don't know if it'll be 2 years or 5 years, but we know that they're working on it. They're cooking something. So I feel like putting some of these ideas out here now could be a good idea. And then if you guys have any ideas or thoughts, definitely leave them in the comments.
King's honor, friend. For the Alliance. Go with honor, friend.
Well, it says here that you've been awarded acting deputy status with the Stormwind Marshals. Congratulations. And good luck. Keeping Elwyn safe is no picnic. What with most of the army busy doing who knows what for who knows which noble, it's hard to keep track of politics in these dark days.
Light bless you.
The mine in Northshire isn't the only one with problems. I have reports that the Fargodeep Mine in Elwyn has also become a haven for kobolds. Explore the mine and confirm these reports, then return to me.
Go with honor, friend.
Alright, Remy wants us to get some gold dust from the kobolds in the mine. Preemptively here, I am going to pick up a few things. I know I'm going to do fishing. I really haven't settled on professions for this character, or what I want to do.
The Alliance.
I want to do cooking and fishing. I know that. We want to do cooking and fishing. As far as production professions, I just don't know. I feel like I never utilize them. I feel like I spend a lot of time working on production professions, and then the reward that I get out of it is never that great. Maybe I'm just doing it wrong.
What can I do for you? See you around.
Let's take the pumpkins. Let's bind our Hearthstone.
Have a good one.
And if we come back here, we can learn to cook.
How are you? See you later. Good day to you. See you around.
And William Pestle wants us to get 8 large candles from the kobolds in the mine. Before we do much else, let's come over here and we can... I think learning skinning is good early, just so we can vendor some stuff. And then again, like I said, I have resources on this server, so this is not like a fresh start for me. When it comes to like small amounts of coins, I don't really have to worry too much about small amounts. I'm not rich, you know, like how much gold do I have on this server? Apparently I have about 136 gold overall. Just, it's all sitting on one of our characters. One of our many streaming warriors. So I don't know if I need that. I don't know if I need to be worried about skinning everything and all that jazz.
What can I do for you?
Let's take fishing for now. There we go. We got fishing and cooking. We got the important stuff. Alright, with that done, we're going to head down to the farm area. We could do Herbalism and Alchemy. Herbalism and Alchemy on warriors is pretty good. Maybe we'll start with Herbalism and Alchemy. That being said, there's an herbalist trainer back here we can go talk to. Let's do that, because yeah, I don't want to do nothing. But I don't really want to do more mining. We've been doing mining a lot recently. We had 2 hardcore hunters where we're doing mining and engineering on the one that's still alive, and that's going well. But I don't think I need another character where I'm looking for mining nodes. And I always feel like having potions helps a warrior, like having strength potions, agility potions, fortitude potions, stuff like that. The healing pots, they're a nice to have. As a class that has a large health pool, the healing pots are not as effective as they would be for someone like a rogue. But I still think it's good. I think that's what we'll do. We'll do Herbalism Alchemy. We haven't done that in a while. You know, I'd hate to have a core playthrough in Era where we're not doing a real profession, so we'll do that, and we'll do cooking and fishing, and obviously we're going to keep our first aid up, because first aid is actually really clutch for a warrior. Well, there we go, that's level 7. How about these shields? No, none of them are going to be better than the one that we got from the quest. Alright, here we go. Herbalism and alchemy here. I didn't know there was an alchemy person here. So that's awesome. There we go. Now we just need to go ahead and turn on track herbs. Let's pull that out to the bar. I'm sure that'll get deactivated at some point. Let's get alchemy out here. Cooking can come out. And so the hunt for herbs begins, chasing all the yellow dots. The other nice thing about herbing compared to mining is you hit the herb node once, and it gives you whatever herbs it's going to give you. You know, you don't have to pick it multiple times. Classic Plus idea, new crafting and gathering animations. For herbs, have me kneel down onto one knee or something and actually
Hey
be
there. Safe travels.
interacting with the herb. Remember, as I'm giving these thoughts about Classic Plus, I am not critiquing a 21-year-old game. So I don't want anyone to get confused. When I'm saying they could do this, they could do that, they should add this, I'm literally talking about things that they might want to consider doing for Classic Plus, which we know is coming eventually now. They as much as said they were working on it, as much as they could say they were working on anything once Season of Discovery ended. So yeah, I'm not like critiquing a 20-year-old game, saying they should do this, that would be pointless. But I am tossing out ideas into the universal consciousness for them to pick up on for Classic Plus.
Hello. Safe travels. Have a good one.
You need something? Have a good one. Well met.
Alright, so we're looking for a lost necklace.
Greetings. Go with
We
honor.
have to kill Princess.
Be careful.
And we need to talk to William Pestle about a love potion.
Good day to you. See you around. See you later.
Alright, so now, if we want to, we can go into the mine. On hardcore, we probably wouldn't. On hardcore, we'd probably make a pretense of playing it safe. I think we can go in there and be plenty safe, especially with our enormous power boost with the Dragonslayer buff. So yeah, let's just go right in. We are going to have a bit of competition here for Gold Tooth unless we group up. I see 4 players just in this one corridor. And yeah, Gold Tooth is certainly dead. There's a chest back here that I'm just going to go ahead and grab. I feel like someone's probably already looted the good stuff out of this chest. Oh, well, maybe not. There was a healing pot in there, so we'll take that, put that here. And I'm gonna hang out here for a minute and see if we can tag Gold Tooth. Just like that. It didn't take long. I don't want to say that it's busy enough that it feels like an opening night, but it kind of feels like the day after a server opening night. That's kind of what it feels like to me. Lots of people on, very exciting. I think there's a lot of people like me that just desperately want reasons to play classic WoW and no other versions of WoW. Because we just don't get the same kind of enjoyment out of other versions. So when they do any kind of event like this, it just naturally brings people back, because for a lot of us, this is where we want to spend our time. We want to spend our time in Era. It's like some incarnation of Era. Sometimes I think you can find a rare spawn back here in this corner. We have completed both the quests in here, and we can get out of here whenever we want. I wouldn't mind grinding up to level 8 here. Although if we grind up a little bit on the boar, then we'll also be getting meat for cooking, and I feel like that's probably a better idea. Feel like grinding on the boar is probably a better idea. Let's go turn in the necklace.
Something? Safe travels. Have a good one.
Oh, those are leather gloves, but they're better than the leather gloves we have on. We never found the flimsy chain gloves. And that got us level 8, actually. We picked up a Scroll of Spirit. We have 0 inventory space, so I think I'm just going to pop that now. Alright, we should probably start heading back to Goldshire. I'm not going to hearth back because I would like to have the opportunity to find herbs and fight along the way. Oh, you know what? There's vendors here. I don't know why I'm acting like this inventory thing is a problem. We have vendors at both of these farms for just this reason.
Safe travel.
I think I'm going to try to skip Dunmorrow on this character. Typically we do all of Elwyn Forest, we do most of Dunmorrow. I think I'm just going to do Elwyn Forest, and then from Elwyn Forest we'll go into Loch Modan and Westfall. Especially with our kill rates, we should take advantage of that for as long as it lasts. Blizzard has said this is going to last basically 1 week. I'm kind of hoping they let it live like through the holiday, through the Thanksgiving week into the week after. Maybe give it 2 weeks would be nice. I don't really see the point of doing it for just 1 week. Yeah, two weeks would be nice. 1 week of leveling in Classic Era, that's not going to get you very far. The only negative part about getting a buff like this and then having it taken away is that obviously once it gets taken away, your character is going to suddenly feel very weak. Compared to the open world, you know?
Hey there. See you around. See you later. Have a good one.
Fishy Apparel. Rambles, there's a new threat in Elwyn Forest. Murlocs are swimming up the streams of eastern Elwyn, scaring away fish and attacking the gentle folk. I warned Marshal Dugan, but he's more worried about the gnolls and the bandits. He's not convinced that the Murlocs are a danger. Please speak to Dugan and persuade him to send more troops to the east.
See you later.
Well, he's right, the Murlocs are a big danger. But I can see how, like, you know, fish people. Oh, big deal, fish people. No, fish people are serious business. As we will learn over time.
What can I do for you? Be careful.
Yes, I spoke with Remy. I respect him as a merchant, though all reports of Murlocs to the east have been sketchy at best. Your concerns are noted, but unless I receive a military report of a Murloc threat, we can't afford to send more troops east. If you are concerned that the rumors of Murlocs are true, then do this. Travel to the Eastern Elwyn Bridge and speak with Guard Thomas. He has been stationed at the bridge for the past week and will know the state of the area.
The Alliance. Go with honor, friend. Be careful.
Alright, we also have another mine to explore.
Good day to you. See you around. Safe travels. Have a good one. See you around.
Let's go find the first aid trainer. And we can start getting that going.
Hey there. See you around.
And we can work on a little bit of cooking while we're here too.
Something?
Alright, let's grab some empty vials now and we'll work on a little bit of alchemy.
I supply only the finest goods.
That looks good. Let's just, let's see, let's make all of the defense potions. We'll drag those out to the bar.
For the Alliance.
All right. I feel like that's a pretty good start for day one. And I think I'm going to take a break right here. I'm really excited to have this playthrough going. I know we played a lot of warriors on the stream and stuff like that, but it's going to be nice for me to have this core character in Classic Era, in the TBC waiting room, a permanent character, and my favorite class. I think this one's going to be a lot of fun. If you guys are enjoying the playthrough, leaving a like really helps out a lot, especially on an episode 1, and I really appreciate those that do. I will be trying to make this a daily upload along with our hardcore playthrough. So we're not going to be missing anything. Hardcore playthroughs are going to continue. This is going to be a core era playthrough because I just need that consistency in my life. I want to be able to use the auction house. I want to be able to work the economy. I'm really loving like just seeing all the people playing the game. Look at this. You look off in the distance and it's just like a wave of players running into Goldshire. It just feels good. It feels lively. I didn't know this buff was coming, so it feels very timely for me that we get this buff now. I'm hoping it lasts longer than a week, but I will play as much as I can this week to make as much progress as I can on this character while we still have it. Thank you guys again. As always, take care of yourselves out there in the real world and take care of each other. And we will see you back in Azeroth again very soon. Bye for now.